The sixth and final day of action at the Northeast Regional at Jacksonville State University featured more finals, this time from classes 5A, 4A, and 3A. We'll start this morning in class 5A boys action. This is Center Point and Springville. This one was a really low scoring affair. 33 combined points between these two teams. Center Point took a 23-10 lead to halftime, and Springville has struggled to score throughout the game. Got a few big buckets later in the contest, but Center Point was just too much today. Jonathan Dudley scored 12 points for the Eagles. Jason Jones led with 13. He's a transfer from Fultondale. And once again, Center Point, back-to-back years, headed to the BJCC, going to the Final Four after winning today. Final score, 43-24.
To make it to the regional championship, then to the Final Four, that's unbelievable. I'm proud of them boys. So we worked hard. We got frustrated, all that. We been working so hard. We've been fighting with each other, so I'm very proud of my teammates.
I'm just glad for the kids. You look at other kids enjoy this moment, and they don't understand it's a lot of hard work. And if they're willing to make the sacrifice, you can put yourself in position to possibly experience it. And everything we do is on a possibility. There's no guarantees, but the possibility is worth it. And so by them making it last year, they kind of, believe in now. They understand the hard work that it takes.
Center Point is in. They'll play number 2 Ramsey, who beat one of our local schools, Sylacauga, playing in the Southeast Regional in Montgomery, 76-52. Great season for the Aggies, but it's Ramsey that moves on. They'll play Center Point in the Final Four. Fairfield awaiting the winner of the LaFleur Faith Academy game coming up tomorrow. Meanwhile, in the girls' class 5A final at the Northeast Regional, Center Point also won there. Another low-scoring affair, 36-32 over Boaz. They will take on Charles Henderson, who had no problem with Sylacauga in this morning's game in Montgomery, 76-22. Lady Aggies and the Guy Aggies both done for the season. Lost to really strong basketball teams. They're done in the Elite Eight. Meanwhile, Madison Academy awaits the winner of Shelby County and Central Tuscaloosa. That game tomorrow in Montgomery. The 3A Girls Northeast Regional Final features 2 teams in the top 5 of the final polls. Number 2 Pisgah facing number 4 Susan Moore. This one was all Susan Moore to start with. Hallie Holmes, a drive and a layup here. She finished with 13 points. Susan Moore's Morgan Holland with a 3-pointer from the wing. She closed that with 10. Lady Bulldogs jumped out to a 14-3 lead in the first quarter, but Pisgah came roaring back. Molly Hurd, hook shot here. Pisgah went on a 24-0 run between the second and third quarters. They took the lead and they never looked back. Chloe Womack to Madison Myers on the fast break. 13 points apiece for those two ladies. The drive and the layup here, 19 points, 14 rebounds, and Pisgah, this is no shock to anyone. They're going back to the Final Four, 57-45.
It's an amazing experience to get to it, go 3 times, actually 4. It's just amazing to keep the tradition up.
Once we broke the ice and got a few shots to fall, we'd been there before. We made that run before, and we had the confidence to get back in it. It was just a matter of assuring some defense up and then knocking a few shots in.
Over to the 3A boys final. This is where we got our play of the day. Midfield and Hanceville in the championship game. Let's skip all the way to the fourth quarter. Tied at 54 with 7 seconds to play. Hanceville puts the game in the hands of freshman Zach Campbell, and the youngster comes through in the clutch. Patient, takes just enough time, bang. Hanceville is going to Birmingham off that shot by the freshman. A couple of big guys fouled out early, but 56-54 is your final score. Hanceville moves on to Birmingham for the first time since 1999.
Just make sure they don't have enough time to where if I would have missed it, they would have got a rebound and could have went down the other end. Trying to make it to where the opposite guy, that it just bought me more time if he would have collapsed. If he would have came all the way down, it would have been a kick out to Ray. But just trying to get time to where I got that guy on my back and I feel which way he is.
Got it up. I was thinking got it out of his hand quick enough, and he's just I've said it before. He's got like the clutch gene. He's hit some big shots for us, and as soon as it got up and was kind of taking that arc, I was feeling good about it. In the timeout, we were just saying whoever gets it, or when we get it in, just push, get to the rim, and that's what he did, and he was able to get there and finish.
Hanceville moves on, 56-54 over Midfield. They'll take on Pike County, who beat Dadeville in the Southeast region in Montgomery. 51-40 was the final score there. Number 5, Lauderdale County awaits the winner of St. Michael's Hale County coming up tomorrow for the final spot in 3A boys bracket. 4A state championship, 4A going to the state finals will be either Anniston or Aniana. And I can tell you early on, this one was all Lady Bulldogs. Number 3 in the state, they held Aniana to 5 points in the first quarter. Get this, 1 point in the second quarter, 3 points in the fourth, and 3 points in the third as well. 15 points overall for Aniana. This was completely dominated by the Anniston Bulldogs. Asia Barclay, 17 points. She was the tournament MVP. Alicia Dudley, 11 points. Anniston wins huge. Final score, 46-15.
Last year they shot free throws well against us last year, and we wanted to, try to make sure that we didn't give them any way to stay in the game with us, and that was part of it. And thanks to God, we were able to reach all of our goals, and I'm just proud of it, man. I'm glad to be going back to Birmingham again, and I'm gonna do everything in my power to make the best of it.
Anniston girls back in the Final Four for the second consecutive year, looking to take on whoever comes out of the Southeast Regional. Meanwhile, Talladega and Anniston on the floor now, early stages of that game. It is a rematch of last year's regional championship game. These teams have met 3 times already this season. Anniston got the last laugh in the area tournament at Talladega, but Talladega is the #1 team in the state and the defending state champions. So the Tigers and the Bulldogs should be a barn burner from Pete Matthews Coliseum. Winner plays next week in Birmingham for the spot in the Final Four. That is it for sports.